And being more productive. You you gave us a hard time in the beginning. I was like, Tina, my gosh, that preschool teacher, she is something else when our daughter first going, because I wanted to carry her into class. I wanted to carry her up to the door. And, I was holding all of her things like I was the bag lady. And there was a day that you're like, put her down and let her feel good about carrying herself into class with all her stuff and her lunchbox and all these things. Because you were seeing that during the day when she's there, when there's not just one person catering to her, that she had to be self-sufficient. But somehow it was like every single day she would come back with us, and it was like we were taking 2 steps back, because then we weren't with her, so we were wanting to do all these things when really we're hindering her progress. And so I think that is also something that's, profound, because it's our job to make sure that we're setting them up for success, like you said. And so how are we doing that in our daily life when we're at home with our children, and how are we able to do that? So I know that so many parents are feeling overwhelmed. Can you tell me a time where you felt really overwhelmed, maybe at the preschool or with a child, and maybe how you overcame that situation?
So which we were talking about on the way here, I do a lot of self-reflections, and I believe that the mind is a powerful thing, and whatever we tell the mind will do. And so when I am overwhelmed, I will stop, I will take the break, and I say, is it me? Is it the situation? Am I trying to have too much control?
Yeah.
So I feel that people are struggling more now because we want to be liked. And so parents are, well, I don't want to do that because I don't think they'll like me, right? And the reality is we have to shift our mentality and our thinking, because what is your role? Is your role to be their friend right now, or is your role to be their educator?
Yeah.
Because the teachers have roles, right? Our expectation is that we have to produce A, B, C, and D. But then what is the parent role?
Right.
The parent role isn't to, this is your bestie right now. The role should be that you can do both. You can walk and chew gum at the same time. So what does that look like? I don't know what it looks like for you or you. All I can do is help you figure it out.
Right.
Again, I'm not here to give you the answers. I don't want you to parent the way that I parent, because I didn't, growing up, you had mentioned getting whoopings. I didn't get them. My mother would just give me the look. And I already knew. Or if she said my full name with my middle name, I was toast. I was in trouble, right? Because she had already set up what the expectations was, right? When we would go somewhere, she would say, okay, before we got out the car, she would give me the laundry list. And it didn't matter what age I was. But I knew if I didn't do those things, that there were consequences later.
Well, okay, pause there for a minute. Here's another thing, the consequence situation. Because I think a lot of parents are wanting their children to like them, and we're trying not to make waves, and a lot of that comes also with kind of the gentle parenting thing. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but when it gets to consequences, if you do not follow through, you're never taken seriously. And if you don't follow through from the first time you do it, you're already...
Well, here's the thing. Retired police officer, and so...
Okay, I like to say...
I don't know what a speed limit is, right?
Right.
And everyone's like, oh, that's because you can get out of tickets. It's not that. Because I know that if I do receive a ticket, then I have to pay a fine, which now is a ding on my insurance, right? And now I'm paying more. So rules constrain me to do the right thing all the time, right? I go in stores and I'm like, this is so expensive. Do I want to just put it in my purse? Absolutely. But would I still? No, right? So when we, again, shifting the mentality is the key. So if we look at it like, oh my gosh, I don't want to, I don't threaten. Because whatever I say, I do.
Yeah.
And so that is the difference with me, and that is what works with me. But the kids know what to expect.
Right.
So if I say, you know what, don't worry about it. Don't clean up. And they go, all right. we move on and they try to move on. I go, oh, but the people that have moved on have cleaned up. But they also know that every single time my answer will stay the same.
Yeah.
So I'm not really
Consistent.
overwhelmed a lot because I'm pretty consistent in what I do.
Yeah.
But there are times that I am. But then I have to stop. And again, do I want to control the situation?
Right.
Or do I want them to come to their own conclusion?
I do say that you run your preschool a lot like a police academy.
It is a boot camp. Thank you very
Okay.
much. They're cousins.
Okay, a boot camp, because you have that structure. The kids know what to expect, and I think that's what every parent is striving for in their home. They want to have structure. It's just, I think it's like, how do I get there? How do I actually put that in place?
Right.
And it's baby steps. It's not like you.
Right.
If you were to try and change everything at once, you're gonna fail. You're gonna fall hard on your face.
Right.
But they say it takes 21 days to create a habit.
Mm-hmm.
So if you just were to take one of these little nuggets and apply it for 21 days, and come hang out with us at Heart of the Village once a month.
Yes.
And let's talk about what are these different struggles. This is where I think.
Well, I don't want to scare people. So when we say boot camp, or when I say boot camp, what I am referring to is that we have a schedule and we're on our schedule and the kids know what to expect. So when we have new children that come to our preschool, they're like, what is this? I don't have to do this anywhere else in the world but here. And then, so they might struggle in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh my gosh, but this is fun. We call ourselves the party people. So we're constantly dancing. We're constantly having parties. We're constantly having get-togethers. I actually had a parent email me a video last night of her son who just started, and we sing a lot. And so he kept saying 6, 7. And so it's this song 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8. And then he remixed it with the chicken nugget song. And she's like, oh my gosh, what is this? He says you're his favorite teacher, right? And so I sent her the videos like, oh, those are songs. So you know what? Enjoy it. Have fun.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So even though we have structure and they know what to do, we also have fun. So you don't have to have one or the other.
Right.
When you have one, it allows you to have the other because we don't have the chaos.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes you walk in the door, it is loud, it is crazy, but we know how to bring it back.
Right.
Right. And so that's what Heart of the Village is trying to teach you, is to learn how to make those shifts.
Yeah.
When should you have that flexibility?
Well, and so our next class. So what the structure of our class that we kind of put together, our community, is that it's an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be, the next one's on November 20th.
Yes.
So it'll be from 6 to 7:30. Location is 283 East H Street in Benicia.
Mm-hmm.
And so that is where we are just, what is this next class going to kind of cover?
The next class is how to talk. What is the topic?
The topic is talk so kids will listen.
Talk so kids will listen.
Yeah.